So my whole background is business. People talk to me about running for office. I served in the legislature, ran for Congress in 2010, and I spent 8 years in Washington, D.C., being the one representative from the state of South Dakota in the House. What I did, though, when I was there, I was thrilled that President Trump was there because we could do some big things. I got to work with him on tax reform. I got to work with him on getting rid of regulations that were killing our businesses. But I started to look at what governors can do. Governors are CEOs. Governors get to make decisions that impact people's lives each and every day. I decided to run for governor of South Dakota because I really believed that South Dakota could be an example to the nation. I know we're small. We don't have very many people in our state. But I also believe that because we were small, we could do things that other states couldn't do. That we could be a pilot project for a lot of the conservative reforms that we all talk about. And then we could prove that they work in what we believe. And as Republicans, as conservatives, really creates opportunity, and it would be a testimony to the rest of the nation. I had no idea that my opportunity to show that South Dakota could be an example to the nation would come through a pandemic. But it did. And so I'm just going to tell you, I did the same thing every other governor in this country did. Back in January, when we started to learn about this virus, I listened to the scientists. I talked to epidemiologists. I was visiting with all kinds of doctors and healthcare professionals and finding out and learning about it. I opened an emergency operations center in January. In March, on the 10th of March, we got our first virus cases in the state of South Dakota. Now, I think the only thing that I did was different from the rest of the governors was that I took it a step farther. I also met with my general counsel. I also met with constitutional attorneys and experts because I wanted to know what my authorities were as governor, what I could do, but I also wanted to know what authority I didn't have. And so that, I think, is why we made that's why we made such different decisions in South Dakota. For instance, we never once closed a single business in our state. In fact, I didn't even define what an essential business was because the government and governors don't have the authority to tell you that your business isn't essential. I never issued a shelter in place. We've never mandated any masks. What I told my people is I said, I'm going to give you all the information that I have. I'm going to tell you everything that I know. But then I'm going to trust you. I'm going to let you use personal responsibility to make the best decisions to protect your family's health. And then I'm also going to give you the flexibility to keep your business open, to take care of your customers and your employees, and keep food on the table and a roof over their heads. You know, and our people are happy. They're doing incredibly well. We have done and gotten through this. Dr. Fauci told me I would have 10,000 people in the hospital on my worst day. The highest rate that we've had today is about 400. The highest rate we had was about 600. So completely wrong. And he was wrong over and over and over and over again. But